Hi everyone. Oh, that? That's just the definition of overrated. It has nothing to do with today's subject. The start of the universe was November 21st, 2001, when God was released to the general public. Yes, today we're talking about Super Smash Bros. Melee, the one people constantly call the best, the one that's still played to this day, the one where Fox doesn't sound disgusting. Melee has a special place in my heart, as in, it doesn't have one. My Smash playing started with Brawl, I then dabbled with Smash 4, and now I've played way too much Ultimate, so I have no history with Melee, so that means I can go into it with an objective eye rather than a nostalgia-filled one. But first, let's look at the history of Melee. This is Masahiro Sakurai. He's a big fighting game fan. He really likes Street Fighter, Fate of Fury, King of Fighters, and almost everything else. In fact, he liked them so much that he wanted to make his own. However, he wanted to make more of a casual one. While most of the games he played required quarter circle inputs and tight combos, Sakurai wanted to create more of a party game that anyone could play. So he created the game we all know and tolerate today. Super Smash Bros. Was a big hit and did well, but what everyone was wondering was how much better the game could get. While Smash 64, as it's referred to today, was okay, people were hyped for the future of Smash, and they wouldn't have to wait long for a new game. Super Smash Bros. Melee was released on November 21st, 2001 to an absolute explosion of a reception. People raved about this game, even back in the day. But some individuals wanted to take the game further than just a party game, and tournaments started popping up more and more. People loved Melee for its lightning-fast gameplay and its tight combos. Over time, more and more people started playing Melee, and to this day it's still played in tournaments. Just as a heads up, if you want a more comprehensive history of Melee, I'll leave the Melee documentary down below, as well as Emblem's video about hungrybox, both of which go more in depth than I did. But that's all you need to know for this video. So one question remains. What makes Melee so good? Like I said before, Sakurai didn't want Smash to be competitive, but us Smash fans just love disobeying orders. Melee is seen as the most competitively viable game in the series, due to its combos, movement, and everything else in between. Melee had a ton of unintentional things added to the game that are now seen as strategies and techniques. You've probably heard of terms like wave dashing or shine dashing and Marth's grab range. All of these are mild oversights that completely change the way the game is played. There's a reason people still play Melee. It's a game that, no exaggeration, takes years to master. While the newer games take the tournament scene into consideration, it's still a party game at heart. Melee, on the other hand, is extremely competitive and can honestly feel quite alienating, especially for someone who's new to video games, or just Smash in general. Smash Ultimate feels more like a party game. Its floatier air mobility and better general recoveries make it easier for new players. Melee is not like that. If you give someone a controller and they've never played Smash, they will not know what to do. So, on one hand, we have a really fun competitive game, but on the other hand, we have a hard to learn, hard to master, sweaty competitive scene that is notoriously ruthless and hard to get into. To get a subjective look, I'm going to rank this game in 3 different ways: single-player offerings, competitive offerings, and casual offerings. So let's start off with the single-player. Smash has always been better with multiple people, but single player isn't too bad in Melee. We have all the normal stuff like solo battles, classic battles, home run contest, break the targets, race to the finish, which are all nice distractions, but they're not much more than that. Melee also has a story mode, and it's certainly there. The problem with Melee's story mode is that it isn't a story mode. It starts off super strong with you going through the Mushroom Kingdom stomping Goombas. You then go into the dungeons of Zelda and find the Triforce. You then have to escape Brinstar and race in F-Zero. But the other half is just battles with no merit to them. It's the same thing every time, and it's extremely short. You can beat it in 10 to 20 minutes, so it's not even that much of an actual story mode. Overall, definitely in my top 3 Smash story modes. There's a lot of other stuff in Melee that are just normal battles altered a certain way, like Event Smash, which is just a bunch of challenges under certain conditions, and Special Melee, which is where you choose your conditions. There are a ton of collectibles to unlock in certain modes, and you can look at all of them in the trophy menu. Finally, Melee also has Classic Mode, which is just kind of an onslaught of random battles mixed in with Break the Targets, Race to the Finish, and some other bonus stages. It's not bad, but I think it's quite boring, even though it's randomized. So overall, single-player Melee is okay, and can actually be kind of fun, but it's definitely more fun with others. Speaking of that, like I said before, Smash 64 wasn't actually that good. It had very few modes, bare-bones characters, boring stages, and a small amount of items. Melee improved on all of these, with tons of modes, absolutely classic stages to this day, and a bunch of new amazing items. Notice how I didn't mention the new characters. Melee's new characters are mostly really boring, so let's go through all of them. Bowser. A quite cool and very necessary addition, but someone who's really bad and really hard to play. Peach. Once again, a very necessary addition, and someone who actually fits their character quite well and is quite fun to play. Ice Climbers. Some of the most creative and best characters ever introduced into Smash. Still to this day, one of the most creative things ever in this game. Zelda. A pretty annoying character who is not only bad, but is also really hard to play. However, her alter ego Sheik has a great combo game and is really, really fun to play as. Dr. Mario. Just a clone of Mario with mild changes. Luigi. Just a clone of Mario with minor changes. Ganondorf. Just a clone of Captain Falcon with minor changes. Falco. Just a clone of Fox with minor changes. Young Link. Just a clone of Link with minor changes. Pichu. Just a clone of Pikachu but with minor changes. Mewtwo. An interesting character who has always been one of my personal favorites. Mr. Game & Watch. An odd pick, but he's still definitely the most visually appealing in Melee. Marth. The first pure swordsman in Smash that would shape what an entire archetype is today. Roy. Marth but again. As you can see, 7 of the new characters are just clones of already existing ones. This is done so that they can have more characters but less work, and it's pretty lazy. Nowadays, nearly all these characters are very distinguished from their base fighters, but in Melee, they're nearly exactly the same. The new stages that were added have something for any player. There are some super wacky ones like Icicle Mountain, some more chill hazardous ones like Congo Jungle, and some competitively viable stages like Final Destination. Comparing Melee to Ultimate is somewhat unfair considering they're 18 years apart, but comparing these two, Ultimate definitely wins. However, if we compare Melee to Smash 64, it's a complete runaway in Melee's favor. Melee added so much to Smash 64, it showed the potential of Smash and what it could become in the future. Now that we've talked about the casual aspect, let's look at the competitive side. Melee is the perfect competitive game, says everyone who plays it. But is it really? In Melee, there are 6 characters that could be argued to be the best. Fox, Falco, Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff, Sheik, and Marth. Besides them, 8 characters are considered viable, and the other characters are generally never ever played in competitive tournaments. I think even some Melee players would admit that the game is balanced relatively badly. I think what drew everyone in wasn't the characters, it was the quick combos, the slick action, the competitive mechanics like wave dashing. All these are what makes Melee great. I play Ultimate competitively, and Melee pretty casually. However, even I can see the competitive potential of Melee. The main problem I have with the game competitively is just how old it is and how it can feel unbalanced. I think with some minor tweaks and a bit of a remaster, this could truly be one of the best fighting games of all time. But as it is, Melee is hard to learn and has too many little glitches and issues for most people to even try. Overall, Melee is really good. Is it the best Smash? No. But is it the worst? No. The game is extremely fun and can be played for years just unlocking everything. 3.5 out of 5. An absolute classic. Hey guys, in the production of this video, I actually hit 200 subscribers, which is, wow. Wow, that's great. Recently with the Smash Ultimate video, the one where I ranked the DLC characters, it blew up. I've had more views on my channel, but I think that's the one where it's like, you know, the views are actually kind of deserved. It feels nice. It feels nice to, I had spent a long time editing that video. I thought it was the best edited video on my channel. And it feels nice to see such a good response. Reading all the comments is super good. I don't know, it feels like, usually when I upload a video, it's kind of just like, oh, it gets, whatever, 40 views, 2 comments that are just like people I know in real life, but it hits different when it's people you don't know telling you how good the video is. It really motivated me to make this Melee video. So, I hope you liked the video. Thanks for 200 subscribers. I don't upload that often, and I know that. It's because these videos take a long time, just script writing and editing and all that. But if you do want to catch more of my content, I stream on Twitch. Like I've said many times, it's in the description. Just twitch.tv/coolnugget_. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks so much for 200 subscribers. Thanks for the reception on my video. Thanks for everything. All right, bye.